How much B12 do we need? Well, the recommended dietary allowance is 2.4 micrograms, 2.4 millionths of a gram every day. That number, I was surprised to learn, was based on a study of just 7 people performed so long ago that 4 were described as capital N Negroes. Both society and science has moved on a bit since then, and the new numbers were recently published, and it appears 4 to 7 is the new 2.4. How did they come up with that? Well, 2 reactions B12 facilitates are the metabolism of methylmalonic acid and homocysteine. And so for B12 deficient, these 2 compounds can build up in our bloodstream because there is enough B12 to run these reactions. So low levels of MMA and homocysteine can be a sign of good B12 status. And as you can see, 2.4 micrograms is good in terms of lowering methylmalonic acid levels and homocysteine, but 4 appears to be better. These biomarkers of functional B12 status hadn't even been discovered when quote-unquote Negroes walked the earth, and once you hit 7 a day, you basically max out, so there's no need to get more, though there appears to be no danger in doing so. You just pee the excess out. So that's where they got the new 4 to 7 a day recommendation, though as we'll see, we may need to take much more than that to absorb that amount. The cheapest way to get our B12 is probably one 2,500 microgram sublingual, chewable, or liquid supplement of cyanocobalamin once a week. The stuff is dirt cheap. You can find a 20-year supply online for $40. All the B12 our body needs for $2 a year. Of course, the stuff doesn't last 20 years. There's a 4-year expiration date, so share it with some friends. For those mathematically minded who are thinking, wait a second, if you only need 4 to 7 micrograms a day, why do you have to take 2,500 a week? Well, it's a little complicated, but let's do it. Our B12 receptors become saturated at as little as 1.5, so we can only absorb 1.5 at a time through our receptor system. But about 1% of the rest passively diffuses right through our gut into our bloodstream. So for those of you into this kind of thing, let's do the math. When we take a 2,500 microgram dose, we absorb 1.5 through our receptor system, and then 1% of the 2,498.5 that's left. So inside our body, we now have 1.5 plus that 1% comes out to be about 26.5. You do that once a week, and that averages to about 4 micrograms a day. So we should take at least 2,500 micrograms once a week. We could take 3,000 a week, 5,000. If you take too much, all you get is expensive pee. And at a couple bucks a year, it's not even that expensive. Even though it is a water-soluble vitamin, we don't have to take it every day, because throughout our evolution, our bodies were so used to getting such tiny amounts, maybe some woolly mammoth pooped upstream or something, that our body devised an ingenious way to hold on to it. So that's why we can do this kind of averaging over time.